Hey Scorpio, welcome to October 2018. My name is Colleen and you are watching Arcana Rising. Sorry for the unprofessional reaching and stuff. I brought my camera down to our dining room and it's set up on the chair opposite of me, so I have to reach across. At some point I'll figure out something better, but whatever. Oh, Scorpio. You guys have a lot going on this month. I just feel like you guys are going through some major transformations, and you've been feeling it for the last year with Jupiter and Scorpio. I feel like luck has been on your side the majority of this year, and now either you have recently reaped the rewards of that, or you're experiencing some sort of deep transformation in order for you to reach the rewards that Jupiter was channeling for you. November 2018. So this is Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I'm just waiting for a card to jump out. There it is. Thank you. So I'm feeling like, there's some sort of power play going on this month for you guys. And that is in regards to the reason that I'm saying power play. So it may not feel like a power play to you, but others may feel taken advantage of in a certain way. But really, the reasoning for your actions is protection. Is protecting what you have worked so hard for, what you've worked hard to achieve in life. It could be protection energetically. You're trying to protect yourself in ways that may come out that may appear like a little bit selfish in a way, which, there's a couple of cards that came out with that, so I'm not going to count that. So protection that can appear as selfishness, or not taking other people's feelings into account. But before I even get to the rest of this reading, I will say that sometimes self-preservation can be viewed as selfishness, when really it's necessary for your growth. It's necessary at that moment for healing. So there could be a pulling away from others so that you can heal. So there may be a desire to want to put walls up around you from others because you don't know any other way to self-protect, to really heal from whatever's going on around you. And other people may take offense to that and feel as if you're shutting them out. Or it may feel as if you're acting selfishly in your decisions and your actions and the way that you communicate. But, we don't always do things that, sometimes we don't do things perfectly. We're human beings, and our intentions are pure, but they may be conveyed in a way that is not interpreted in the way in which you intended it to be. And and I feel like this is in regards to like pulling away for the purpose of healing relationships, pulling away from others for the purpose of healing relationships. So this sounds a little bit contradictory, separating yourself from others for the desire of protecting a relationship, possibly. Maybe if you're in a significant a love relationship, maybe now's the time to put the walls up around the outside world, and it's just the two of you right now working on healing, working on protection, protecting each other, like protecting the relationship in some way. And others may not understand your reasoning for the two of you together pulling away from others, from friends and from family and things like that. And it feels like the focus needs to be on the two of you at this time. This is the time for the focus on the two of you rather than, being elsewhere, not being focused on the growth within your relationship. So it could be with a significant other, healing a relation, like the marriage or, a relationship that you're in, or it could be the relationship with yourself. You're working on healing that and merging aspects of yourself, accepting all aspects of yourself, and it can be very intense. It can be a very intense time, especially with all of these, retrogrades going on, and there's, signs in Scorpio. I'm not really sure for how long, but it's just, it feels like an intense month in general for you guys. And, understanding that there's beliefs that need to be released around relationships this month. I feel like, people are not going to really understand where you're coming from, but you need to stay focused on the healing and not get wrapped up in the he said, she said thing, trying to hurt each other with words or picking apart what somebody said, when they said it, and how they said it, and, taking things personally. So it could be within your relationship, there may be an intense time with communication. Actually, Mercury is going retrograde November 16th. Lovely Mercury. So, kind of throwing a wrench in the mix with communication. So just making sure that you are, with every conversation that you have, keeping in the back of your mind that this conversation is for the purpose of healing this relationship. Like having that intention of wanting to take a step closer towards each other rather than away from each other. But if you're not in a significant relationship with a significant other, I feel like this may be a time where you are feeling like you need to pull away from people so that you can work on yourself. And I feel like that is something that is going to work in your favor. I wouldn't get too concerned about the opinions of others, being offended by you pulling away or having to say no to this, that, or the other. I will say that that's something that I have gone through for the last 2 years, so I can totally relate to the need to pull away. There's this understanding of what is really important to us. This time of year, something with this transition into this new phase of our lives, it's showing us what is really important to us, who are really important to us, and who are really genuine, authentic people that I can trust and, completely, as a friend, as a coworker, as a significant other, things like that. Really, seeing through the bullshit that people, show you with the facades that they put on, and really understanding this person is legit. I want them in my life. This person is, we don't jive anymore. Maybe we did in the past and now we don't, and so I'm going to pull away from this person because they're not, they're more detrimental to my growth rather than, beneficial for my growth. You know what I mean? So there's that kind of energy, and knowing that, and just kind of gently pulling away, not being we're done, I'm not friends with you anymore, and that's it, and blah blah blah. There's no cutting harsh cords at all this month. Try to avoid that if you can, because there is a possibility for drama, just with the intense energy this month, and the Mercury retrograde, saying things that you may regret, Venus retrograde, regretting, acting first and then maybe regretting it later in terms of, love and who you care about and things like that. And just really honoring yourself this month is important. You're on your way to an emotional healing, but it's still, it's a long road to, you can't expect things to get better overnight. You can't expect things to heal right away. This takes effort. If this is with a significant other, you need to think about how much time have we, how much time has been put into us, separating or disconnecting from each other, or putting walls up between each other, and all those little things that we did over a significant amount of time to distance ourselves from each other. And now we realize that there's this huge gap between us, and now we want to reconnect. It's going to take just about the same amount of time that it took to pull you guys in different directions. Now you want to come back together, but you have to work through all of those nuances and bad habits that you've learned, and communication issues, and traumas, and secrets, and all those things. You have to work through each layer to get back to each other, and it's going to take time, but if you really want it to work, it will. But do not expect it to work itself out overnight. You have to, there's an understanding that the beliefs that you've created around love or around self-love need to be reevaluated, especially if they're not benefiting your growth. So there's a lot of stuff around love for you guys this month. There's a lot of stuff about self-protection, self-awareness, and self-care this month. I'm starting to feel like the pattern this month for everyone is self-care. But for you guys, don't try not to take offense too easily to other people's reactions to your actions, you know? And if you're pulling away from people for the purpose of healing, making sure that you're staying in that energy of that desire to heal and not getting caught, like, not when you find something that needs to be healed, not getting yourself wrapped up in the what went wrong, but more so let's focus on the how can we make this better? How can we shift this, with love? How can we bring compassion and healing into this? How can we fix this? Not getting wrapped up in the who did what and what you did wrong and what I did wrong. Like, don't get focused on that, because that's just going to bring your energy down, and there's a potential to get wrapped up in depression or in gossip or in, talking behind each other's backs, or, like negative things like that. Let's just focus on the healing and the love and the compassion and the forgiveness is a big thing as well. Forgiveness. And everything you're doing is for the intention of getting closer, either with yourself, like reconnecting with yourself, or reconnecting with another. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I send you so much love. I hope you have a wonderful November, and I will see you in December. Please excuse my reach. I gotta reach again. Have a good one. Bye.